think we're live. I do believe we're live. Yes, we are. Hooray. So today we've got the final version of the Checkit game. We're going to play it by the rules. So we're going to use the official resource, which is in the description above. And very quickly, so this is suitable for 7 to 18-year-olds ish. It's a movable feast, depends where each person is individually. And I am finding it, the more I play it, the more I'm finding it to be really, really useful. So if you want to learn your times tables and you are finding it boring, play the Checkit game. So it's a way of testing yourself. So you can put in the numbers that you are working on remembering in the times table, and it's a way of checking yourself. It's brilliant. And right, that one, I'm just sharing it on a couple of places. And one of my things is that I am not a multitasker. Apparently women are supposed to be good at multitasking. It's not my experience. So if I know I'm not the only one, but I don't. I'm looking forward to the day when we've got a producer for this show, because I've managed to remember to start the watch party today. You can always tell when I started the watch party because my voice comes up in stereo. Okay, we are good to go. Play that one so that I've got what's going on. And now I'm going to make sure that you can see what I can see, okay, so now I need to turn the computer around so you can see the board. And now I'm going to pull up the resource. I'm going to play the game. So you can play it, as I say, at any level. Now, we've played it, there's videos over the weekend to show you all different levels. Now this one, I'm just going to do it literally as you can play it with addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to make the numbers a bit bigger than we have been doing. Now, the idea is all the formats are the same. So you can put dots in here. We've done that over, whoopsie, that's not going to be very big for a number, is it? Nice rectangle there. You can put dots in here and add up 5 dots, for early years. That we've done a couple of times over the weekend. And you can put smaller numbers. I had 6 and 7 there, or we were testing the times table. I had 42 there and 48 there. And then you had to work out what times table it was, what numbers you'd multiply together to get that number. And whatever options there were, you had to find one where it would work for both these numbers, and so that when you multiplied those two together, that one is still, you can leave that empty, or you can fill that one in, which is forcing you to really work out what those 3 numbers are. So that was another version. And actually, let's do that. Let's just do that quickly. 48, 42, and 56. What are the 3 numbers missing? What are the missing 3 numbers? And which times tables are we looking at? It's a great way to practice. Now, that's a challenge that I've put in for you. Now you can put in a challenge for me or somebody else that's in your home or in your class. I really, really like this game. It's got so many levels. Now, we're going to follow exactly what's in the resource for the first time. I haven't done it before. So we've got 88 there. Now I'm assuming this is addition. This is addition. It's got to be addition. Johnny wouldn't do that to me. Not live. Okay, so now in its simplest form, what are the 3 numbers? 143. I do actually have a cheat sheet here just to help me out a little bit. Well, oh, that's easy, 187, and then that's 154. Okay, now here's the kicker. The game is called the Checkit game, And this is a habit that you want to be in every time you do a calculation. First, I do it in 3 stages. First, I estimate more or less where the number's going to be. I ballpark it. So if it's 97 times 99, I think, well, that's going to be about 100 by 100. So it's going to be around 10,000. So if I get an answer that's not around 10,000, I know that I'm way out. I know I'm out of the ballpark. I'm in I've hit out of the field. So I need to be in the ballpark. I need to be around the right answer. And that way I know when I get the answer, at least I'm in the right ballpark. I know that already because I've worked it out in a simple way. So that's number 1. Do an estimate so that you know you're in the right ballpark. Second thing is do the calculation. The third thing is check it. Double check yourself. So in this case, we've added those 2 to make that. Well, now we can take 88 off of 99, or 99 off of 88 off of 187, or 99 off of 187. Well, I think it's a lot easier to take 88 off of 187 because that's quite obvious what the answer is to get that. Now, what about this one? Again, I can take 50 off of that to make it 193, and then another 5, and that's not 193. Good grief. This is why I do what I do. This is why I dedicate my life to making maths fun for kids of all ages, because I really struggle with maths. I really struggle with arithmetic. I make silly mistakes constantly, but I've never let it switch me off. I've never let it stop me. So I enjoy the game. So I'm enjoying the game. And it's okay to realize, whoa, wow, we went right off there. So it's 143 minus 50 is what, it's not 1 anything, it is minus 50 is 98. 93, good grief. 140 minus 50 is 93, and then another 5 is 88, which is there. And again, 154, take away 55 from 154 is 99. We've checked it, we're good, we're not just in the right ballpark, we've double checked it, we've checked it. And checking your answer is really, really, really good practice. If you automatically do an estimate, get in the right ballpark, do the calculation, and then check it. If you do that consistently, and it's a habit, it's the way you do your calculations all the time, then that will stand you in good stead for throughout your whole life. Okay. Okay, so there's 2 different games. Game 1 is adding. Now the other game with the same numbers is multiplying. So Tony is doing this to me, but she's also giving us the answers in the resource. Thank goodness. Whoopsie. Thank you, Tony. Tony writes all these resources. She writes them for Aiming High, which provides training essentially to help children in rural and disadvantaged areas in Africa by providing professional development for their teachers. And this gives a chance in life for those children to help themselves out of poverty through a better education. So that is the work that you're supporting by using these resources, apart from the fact that these resources are great fun. The whole point is it's giving the teachers great resources to help engage those young learners and switch on their minds, and that goes for you too. These resources are high caliber, mind-opening resources, so use them. There's loads on the website. Right, so I'm not even going to pretend I know one now. I'm hoping that's in the same order. 4840. Now I've got to double check myself there. That's about 5,000. So that's slightly more than 50, and that's slightly under 100. So yes, that's going to be just under 5,000. So that's my ballpark. I know I'm putting that answer in the right place. Now this one, I've got 8. Okay, I'm going to write them here actually. I like this game. I've just found another game. You can put the answers out. So these are the answers. Where do they belong? Without actually doing the calculations, where do they belong? That is something else you can do. Let me just double check you can see. Okay, yep, good, because I'm looking at the resource. Right, so I found out where that one belongs, got that one, I'm happy with that. And the other thing to check is that there's nothing else that's super close to that. Well, actually, that one is pretty close to that. This one's going to be higher than that one. So it's going to be around 5,000, but it's going to be more than 5,000 because it's 55 times 99. It's going to be more than 5,000. So actually that tells me that it's that one there. 5, 4, 4, 5. You've got to watch out for those ones where the two numbers are quite close to each other. And then is this correct for that one? Well, that's about 100 and that's more than 80. So 100 times 80 is 8,000. And yes, 8,000, and this number, it's going to be more than 8,000 because it's 88. So that number works. That is the right ballpark. I haven't done the calculations. I've done it a different way by giving the answers. Now, all of these things are things you can challenge your friends to do. You can do it in class, or you can do it at home. You can do it with your family. You can do it and you can challenge them and they can challenge you. And it's a game. Right, next one. Now, of course, when you start, you have to know if well, that's another thing you could do is ask, is this a multiplying or is this an addition game? You can get, if you give the answers, then you can, but if you're just playing the game, we're now going to play a version of the game, a different way of playing the game. These have been more challenges that we've spoken about so far. Now we're going to decide. Oh, yes, of course. You can take this to whatever level you want. So I'm talking to your 18-year-olds as well as your 7-year-olds. You can do small numbers, big numbers, negative numbers, integers, fractions, decimals, or powers of 2, 3, 4, 7, etc. Or you can keep the numbers small. Keep it between 0 and 10 at the vertices. These are the vertices, and decide. So you can flip a coin who goes first, and then the players take it in turns to fill an empty box. So now I'm going to play the game, and let's see. I'm going to, now what are we doing here? We are making this addition. I'm going to put 3, 3, 3 in here, just to be awkward. Now, I don't have the answer to this one, although I could find it, but I'm not going to. I'm going to just expose myself. I'm going to let you see me calculating things in real life. So that's red, now that's blue. And actually, I'm going to chicken out and I'm going to put a 66 here. I haven't had to do any calculations yet. Okay. Now I cannot place anything without actually doing a calculation. If I put something there, that determines what goes there. And if that is, but this is already determined by this. So now I have to do a subtraction. Well, I can do this one. This is easy. I can do that one. So, haha, I'll be blue. Blue's going to have an easy life here. Although I actually enjoy the challenge, so I don't mind. I'm quite happy to have a tough life. But anyway, I'm going to go with 165. That's there. Now red. Red can put a number there, but that number is going to be determined by what goes there. So we may as well do that. And that is 33. That's 333 minus 99. Well, actually, I can do that because 333 minus 100, if I get it right, I'm just going to write it here because 233, but it's not 200, it's not minus 100, it's minus 99. It's one less than 100. So I think that number should be 234. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And then these two numbers added together. Oh, that looks nice and simple. I can see, because I know my number bonds to 100. I've been practicing. That is one thing I have practiced. I can see quite clearly my number bond to 100 tells me without me having to actually do the calculation, because I've been playing games like this, I've been doing numbers, I've been playing with numbers, and I play Monopoly. Actually, Monopoly has really helped me know this, because working out your change in Monopoly, if you're buying a property or paying rent, then actually, come to think of it, Monopoly has been huge to help me know that 66 and 34 makes 100. So I just knew that. It's a bit like knowing your times tables, knowing your number bonds, all kinds of different number bonds, to 5, to 10, to 15 is a really useful one, to 20, to 100. Knowing the number bonds is useful. And that comes from practice. And playing this game gives you practice, which gives you fluency, which gives you speed, which gives you accuracy, which gives you great results in maths, and it makes it more enjoyable. Okay, so that's that version of the game. I am going to check. Have you guys checked? I'm going to check it. I'm not going to look at the answer. I'm going to use my Checkit. So my Checkit says, I'm just going to go now with the additions. 134 plus 99. Well, 134 plus 100 is 135 minus 1. It's not 135. Where did I get that from? 134 plus 100 is 230. Even, get it right. 234 plus 100 is 334, but it isn't plus 100, it's plus 99, so it's 333. Good. 234 plus 66, well, I've done that. So what would be 300 minus 66, 300 minus 60, because I'm checking it, I'm doing it the opposite way. 300 minus 60 is 240, with an extra 6 is 234, boom. And then here, 99 plus 66, 66 plus 100 is 166, it's one less, 165. Excuse me. Right, so that's it for today. And now that's why you're doing this. You're doing this for fluency. You're doing this to get to love of numbers. You're doing this to see how to become so familiar with numbers that you really love working with numbers. Oh, by the way, you can do scoring. You can decide how you score it. You can get numbers taken away. And if when you check it at the end, if someone's made a mistake, then you can take away answers, or simply you can both get a 1 if you both get it right, and if one of them gets it wrong, you don't get a point, but the other one does. Whatever, and the first 1 to 5 wins. You can do it that way if you want, and you can challenge each other. You can actually put these answers in, or those numbers in, and challenge each other and take it in turns. And so if you get it right, you get a point, and if you don't get a point. But it isn't about getting it right. It isn't about winning. It's about playing a game that gives you it helps you with your math skills in a way that is really enjoyable. So, and if you find different versions of the game, please share them on the group. Put them, if you see this on YouTube, put them down in the, please do share your ideas and share your experiences, and share pictures on the group. That would be absolutely fabulous, of what you're doing and how you're doing it, and the extra ideas you've had in addition to the ones that we've mentioned. So if you are on YouTube, please subscribe to our YouTube channels. We've got the Math Toys YouTube channel, where there's a video. There will be eventually, there are already, but the videos are aligned to the Aiming High resources, and there's family learning, home learning, and inclusion learning activities being added to those daily, and the videos are matching those. And then there is the Bubbly Math YouTube channel, where these videos are going, the live videos are going up live. And then also other videos are going up there as well, about mindset and how to really help with family learning of maths specifically, and maths anxiety. We're starting to cover the issue of maths anxiety there. So if you've got anyone in your family who is experiencing maths anxiety, do subscribe to the Bubbly Maths YouTube channel, because there's going to be more and more activities there, and messages about it. In addition to that, the AIMSEC Facebook page, please do go there and like it. All the links are in the welcoming they're either in the welcoming announcement on the Facebook page, or they're down underneath on YouTube. If you go down to the description, it's in the description on YouTube. Thank you for joining. Let's have a look, see who we can say hello to today. Okay, oh, hello, we've had a few people visiting, but I don't have any comments. Let's see over here. Oh, haha, Lisa says her kids do that at school. Lisa's in South Africa, although I might be seeing her soon, I hope. Russell, Lucy, hi Lucy, Salome, she's in South Africa. Thank you for joining. Hi Salome, maybe I should call you Salo. Africa in Tanzania, Evelyn Cook in Bognor Regis, and Tommy Templeton, Lisa, hi Lisa. That's so good to see you. And Loris and Alan, hello Alan. Sending you lots of love, Alan. Okay. Thank you. I'm going to now end the live. Thank you so much for joining us. Well, the next one's at 10 for the early years. So we're going to be doing an early years activity. So bring your 4, 5, 6-year-olds along. If you're older than that, please do join us anyway. You might learn something. You never know. You'll certainly learn how to good practice and how to facilitate for young learners. So if you have a young learner in your home, or you maybe want to do some mentorship in your school, or you have any other young learners in your life that you want to play games with that can help them learn maths, then please do join us for that. Thank you very much. Make sure no one else has joined in the meantime. No, thank you so much for joining us. And I'm getting better at finding the stop live stream button. I'll see you at 10 o'clock for early years, and then 9 o'clock tonight as preparation for tomorrow's. We've got some great activities on this week. Thank you. Bye-bye.